are in the red wolf pack?
Red wolves will have roughly, it'll be the two parents and then like their offspring from this year and maybe offspring from the year before. So it may be anywhere from just the two of them, the pair, or up to 8, 10 or more, depending upon how big their litters were.
So where do you find red wolves anyway?
Red wolves right now are only in a small area in North Carolina, out in the wild. And these guys were actually extinct in the wild in 1980. So the one up close that you're looking at as they're filming it, that's Itabi, that's our male. And then the one that's drinking out of the drinker. And then the other one a little farther back is Rue, that's the female. But yeah, these guys were extinct in the wild in 1980, came back in 1987. They started releasing them down in North Carolina in a really small area. So and there's right now, they think between 50 and 75 in the wild.
Okay. How big do they get?
They get about 60 to 70 pounds, about is all the bigger they'll get. So they're not as big as like a gray wolf that'll get well over 100. So think like a smaller German Shepherd size is comparable to about all the bigger they'll get.
And how much do they eat, like a day?
They do, what we feed them right now is they do get a little bit of meat every day. But then we also let them have about how much regular dog food that they want. You know, it's an actual dog food that's made for wild canines like wolves and coyotes, which we have here. But they pretty much get what they want of that.
Do you think they can have a comeback from this extinction?
They're starting to. They've had up to about 130 in the wild at one point. But unfortunately, due to a lot of different pressures from people and coyotes moving into their territories and things like that has put some pressure on them. And that right now, a lot of that is being debated on how well they can do in the wild and whether we need to keep going with the program. So we think they can do well in there, but they need a little bit of help from us, and right now we're not doing a good job of giving it to them.
Do red wolves have main enemies?
Unfortunately, their biggest enemy is us, is man. But overall, they would be the alpha predator in one of their areas, so they don't have many enemies.
Yeah.
You know, if the coyotes start moving in, they tend to chase the coyotes away. So.
Do they have any allies or something like that, like a raven or something like that?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, they're a benefit to the ecology because of what they do. They eat a lot of the rodents that will eat crops and stuff like that.
Like I heard of gray wolves, they use the ravens to lead them to their prey or something like that.
Yeah, they might see ravens, or if they were looking for just regular, I don't want to say roadkill, but just carcasses that they'll feed on, they may see the ravens or the turkey vultures around those. And that'll be like, hey, if I go there, I'll probably find something to eat.
And how many are in a litter, basically?
They usually have anywhere from 4 to 6.
Okay.
Sometimes it's more, but usually it's only about 4 to 6.
And do they attack any farm animals?
Not normally, no. I mean, they would have to be threatened in some way. That's one of their concerns down in North Carolina, is that they're going after farm animals. But there's only a very few instances where that's been actually proven that they've done it. Actually, they probably help more than they do anything else.
And I guess that's it.